Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy AJ Moreno. Welcome to the HOTBOX. I'm here with a very special guest right now. I can't lie, I'm excited to speak to him. It's my boy Offaiah.
Yo, AJ, how you doing?
I'm good,
How you
man. I'm
doing?
good. How's everything?
Yeah, everything's good, man. Over here in Florida, it's getting really hot at the moment, but we're surviving, so all good.
Right, bro. So tell me. We've got a brand new song coming out on Defected. It's called Tempo. Can you tell us a bit about the tune?
Yeah, this song Tempo, it's actually a track I've been working on for quite a long time. To be fair, I've had it in my studio for, God, maybe the best part of 2 years now. To be fair, but always been tweaking it. Do you know what I mean? Always been adding little bits and pieces to it, but I never found the right vocal. But then I met up with a vocalist called Dope Earth Alien. She's based in Canada. And she sent me this top line for it. It's a little lick, do you know what I mean? And I put it on there. I thought, oh man, that sounds sick. Do you know what I mean? So we rolled with that. I tried it out a few times, played it out a few times, and Defected loved it. So they said, look, let's stick this thing out. So it's coming out on October 20th. I can't wait for it. Actually, I dropped it this year at Ushuaia.
Yeah.
I believe you were there to hear
bro.
it. And,
I
went
knew
down
it
really
sounded
well,
familiar when I got it in the inbox, bro. I knew it. I was like, I've definitely heard this.
Yeah,
It's a
people
banger.
they hear it one time and they go, oh, I remember that, because the vocal lick is quite small, but it's very repetitive. Do you know what I mean? So once they hear it one time, they don't tend to forget it. But yeah, I road tested it out a few times. I thought, oh yeah, it's wicked when you've been working on a track and you go out and you see people vibe to it. Do you know what I mean? And you think, okay, I've done my bit. It's working out. So yeah, it was good to see it out in Ushuaia.
How long do you say you've been producing? 20 years?
Yeah, so I started producing in 1999, actually. So it's well over 20 years now. So started off, my sister's ex-boyfriend or ex was a producer. His name was Matt Derry. He produced like trance music. And he kindly lent me his garage, where he parked it. Well, his car wasn't even in there. It was like a mess in there. So I had to clean out his garage. And then I put my little studio in it. It's only like a PC and a keyboard and some basic equipment. I still got it today, actually. And just started, messing around, kind of doing what he kind of showed me how to do in his studio.
What
And
DAW
then,
were you using
I know,
at
it's
this
about 4
point?
months later, I came out with my first record. What was that?
What DAW were you using at this point?
This was Logic, actually.
Okay, right,
I
cool.
was using Logic like 4 or something. You know what I mean? Back
Right,
in the
yeah,
day.
yeah.
So Logic 4. So it was one of the early ones on a PC as well. So I use a Mac now, so it was on a PC. And yeah, I was just working away for like, about 4 or 5 months, and made a record, sent it to a record label, and they signed it. I was like, oh my God, this is pretty easy. So I just carried on going and been doing it ever since.
Sort of inspired you when you were growing up to get into, what you do for a living now?
Well, I come from a musical family, so I've listened to so many different genres of music growing up. Like, obviously, I'm classically trained on the piano, so I listen to a lot of classical music. But music that we kind of listened to at school was like, Michael Jackson, kind of early house music. One of the first house records that I fell in love with was the original, like, Show Me Love, Robin S, like in 94 or 95, whenever that came out. But I was sort of around that era. But there was a lot of kind of sort of soul and house records that we used to listen to growing up, like Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, all those kind of people. And it all kind of just fell together and kind of influenced me in one way or the other. Do you know what I mean? But I couldn't pinpoint to one particular thing, but it's all kind of a mesh that's kind of coming out from my music today, I guess.
How did you get into house music then? Because Michael Woods, how would you describe that sound before you... Because this is a very different sound, isn't it?
Yeah. God, so from when I started making music, my sound has kind of shifted around and changed somewhat. It's all kind of been within the realms of sort of house, but it's kind of shifted. So it started off with more, I think, towards trance, in fact. Do you know what I mean? So my first record, Warrior was like it was embraced. I wouldn't say it was trance per se, but it was embraced by the trance community. So, but it had the house, it had a piano house riff in there, and but it was embraced by that. So I sort of started in the house, in the trance community and the trance scene, and grew up sort of making sounds in that sort of genre. And then I moved into more, so when I did the Michael Wood stuff, I guess you would class that as more EDM. So it was like EDM. So I did a lot of stuff with Calvin Harris, a lot of stuff with deadmau5. And then I guess after that, kind of got a bit bored of that sound, I guess, and just didn't know where to take it anymore. So I kind of took a bit of a downtime, and then thought, let me go more of a sort of a houseier route, which Defected were perfect for. Do you know what I mean? So all the stuff that I was making was perfect for Defected, and that was when I did the more Offaiah kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That was from 2016 onwards. So it's kind of just been progressing all through the years, really. I was making that sort of more EDM sound for a better part of 6-7 years, and kind of got to a point where I didn't really know where to take it. I wasn't really feeling the sound anymore. You know what I mean? I wasn't very enthused about it. And then I was in the studio just trying something, slightly different to my normal kind of stuff. And basically the track that I came up with was a track which we know today called Trouble. So it started off as an instrumental, which was the instrumental for Trouble. And I was discussing it with my team, my manager and stuff. We thought, you know what, let's just put this out as a brand new artist. For me, it was a bit of a risk because I built up so many years building up the name Michael Woods, you know what I mean? And just to put it out as a completely new name would be pretty much starting from scratch, do you know what I mean? So it was a bit of a risk, but we got the vocal on there, we put it out, and it just blew up straight away, like to the same sort of status as the Michael Wood stuff, almost overnight, which was kind of strange. And then just rolled with the new name and rolled with the new kind of sound, and just took me out. And from that point on, I just really enjoyed doing that kind of sound, that sort of house music. So it's been, and now when I look back, that's been another 6 years plus. So it's the time has flown by really quick, man.
I know, bro. Well, as we're talking about Trouble, you released that back in 2016?
2016, yeah, 2016.
And that tune is currently almost on 50 million streams. So congratulations, firstly. That's a hell of a lot of streams, bro. Yeah. Didn't even know.
Yeah, that's a lot of streams, man.
That's it, bro.
It's just me sitting on the computer, stream. Like.
I even dropped it when I played at Creamfields in 2017. I dropped it just last week at Ministry of Sound as well. I absolutely loved that tune. That's when I was like, wow, this guy is serious. Before I, met you and knew you and all that sort of stuff. But could you talk me through the process of how you made that tune?
Yeah, so like I said, I was kind of trying to find a different sound as opposed to the old sort of EDM kind of sound. Just tinkering around in the studio, just, coming up with some new stuff. And just one of those things that just comes organically. Do you know what I mean? I literally, that piano riff that I played, I just literally played. It wasn't anything I kind of thought about too much. I just literally played it, and just, that was the first take. Just put it down, and that was it. And then the vocal, to do the vocal came about after the instrumental was done, and it was my girlfriend, now fiance Megan. She gave me a list of, because I said to her, give me some vocals that you like. So she gave me a list of 10 vocal tracks that she was kind of feeling. And Trouble, it was by Charlie Puth and Lil Wayne, was the first track on the list. And I pressed play, and I heard that first bit. I thought, oh my god, this is the track.
There it is.
So I laid that over the track, and I thought, oh my god, this is it. This is the one. So we got it replayed, we got it re-sung, re-recorded, and it kind of sounds exactly like the original.
Bro,
and,
I thought it was sampled, like
sample
legit.
clearance. Yeah, it's replayed, so it's re-recorded. It's not the original.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It sounds
Puth
exactly
vocal.
The same as Charlie singing.
I know, right?
It's
Sounds
crazy.
exactly the same. And so we got it re-sung, and it sounds wicked, and that was it. We put it out, and done really well, man. Like Radio 1 playlist, and a lot of playlists on Spotify, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a very well embraced record.
Absolutely, bro. The tune it's a timeless record, man. Bro. Like I said, like you put it out in 2016, and I dropped it last weekend. Do you know what I mean?
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro.
Actually, Defected have just signed the rights to it, so we're going to be re-releasing it on Defected in 2024, I believe.
Right.
So
sick.
Yeah, look out for that. It's coming back, hopefully with some new remixes. So look out for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, sick. Hey, little insider scoop for the people.
Yeah, there you go.
That's amazing, bro. Offaiah. Like how what does it mean?
Well, you know what? When I had that instrument. The way that came about, there's no real meaning, I guess, behind it. But when I had the instrumental right, and I sent it out to a few DJs to kind of road test and say, what are you thinking? Because at the time I wasn't too sure about it. It was a new venture for me. What are you thinking of the sound? Or the same comment came back from every single DJ. It was, this is fire, all right? So I thought, fire. Because at the time we think, okay, we need a new name. We're going to be in. saw this fire come up all the time. So I thought, right, fire's got to be in the name. And at first it was Offaiah. And I thought, how can we spell this a bit differently so it looks kind of cool? And basically that's the way Offaiah, the way you see it spelled, that's the way it came about.
Hey, it's a dope name. It's a memorable name, for sure.
Yeah, man.
How did you start linking up with Calvin Harris?
Yeah, so this goes back to the EDM days, I guess. We were managed by the same people. So we were kind of doing a lot of same shows together. One of my first shows, actually, in Northern Ireland, God, I forget the name of the club now. I think it's called Lush. But yeah, was with Calvin Harris, and he had just released his Back in the 80s track. So like his early days, but it was like packed. It was like absolutely, like he's been, packing out shows from day one, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so same management. So we've done a few bits and bobs together, do you know what I mean? And My Way was one of the new ones. So, yeah, it was really good to do that remix. I think it came out pretty well, got a lot of good feedback on that. So.
Yeah, no, it's a good remix, bro. And back then, like, he wasn't really, as far as I can see, like, he wasn't really allowing people to do remixes of his tracks. Do you know what I mean? Like there's hardly any remixes of Calvin Harris's records, apart from recently. There's been a couple, but yeah, man, like it's awesome.
Yeah, so I was pretty lucky. I guess what happened was he emailed me. He asked me about a particular kick drum that I used on I can't remember what record it was. I think it was maybe a record I had called First Aid back in the day. But he said, "Oh, what's that kick drum?" And instead of telling him how to do it, I said, "Bro, here's the kick drum." And kick drum is like the holy grail of your production arsenal, right? Yeah. So I just said, "Bro, here's the kick drum." He was like, "Oh my God, amazing! You sent me. I can't believe it. Thank you so much." So I guess when it came time to do the remix, he was like, "Yeah, absolutely. Let's go for it." You know what I mean?
Oh, that's dope, man. That's cool.
Can't believe it's warm in the UK. Actually, September usually gets warm, doesn't it? It's like,
I mean, it's summer, isn't it?
You get the Indian summer there.
Yeah, but like it's weird because last week it was raining, and it was kind of like cold. You could wear like a hoodie, but it was raining. But now it's like I'm in shorts, and before I started this filming, I was topless in here. Yeah, I need an aircon system in here. So you live in America now, so I've got to ask you, bro. If England and USA are playing in the football, who are you going for?
It is UK, man.
Right,
England.
Good man. Are you into any of the American sports?
Not really. You know what? I'm yet to go to a NFL game, and I really want to go. There's actually one coming up here soon in Tampa. I live in Tampa, Florida. The Bucks are playing, I think, Chicago in a couple of weeks. So I might go to that one. It'll be my first ever game. I've lived there for like 12 years.
Bro, that's
an
crazy.
NFL game before. I've been to a few basketball games. But I'm not really into this. I don't have time, man, for sports. I wish I did. If the USA are playing someone else, then yeah, I'll be rooting for USA. But if it's England, USA, it's going to be England, man.
Yeah, why not?
But yeah, like I said, I think we're going to go in a couple of weeks, so it'd be cool to check that out, man. My first game ever.
We're going to play a little game of Who's on Fire, yeah? UK versus USA edition. I'm basically going to say a category, and you just reply UK or USA for who's on fire, right? Firstly, restaurants.
UK.
Yeah, UK. You prefer UK restaurants to American?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've got this thing about the food out here it's all right. The problem is with the food out here, there's too many preservatives in a lot. Maybe restaurants like high end are good, but if you're sort of in the middle, it's hard to find a restaurant that serves good food, man, because it doesn't taste. I prefer cooking at home now. Do you know what I mean? I prefer just cooking my own home food and just having it sort of natural. But yeah, there's a lot of preservatives and stuff out here. Like, for example, if you buy a pint of milk, it will last you for like a month, 2 months. Do you know what I mean? That's how it's like. Well, others go, 2 months for a pint of milk. And bread will like, that's what I mean. Like bread in the UK, as you know, it will go bad after like what, a week?
Yeah.
A week. I can't remember that, but yeah, exactly, less than that, right? Here, you can have a loaf of bread sitting out for a month. You're good. It's like. They pump it full of shit here, unfortunately. So when it comes to food, I'll say UK 100%, man.
Hold on, bro. I'm just gonna open my door because it's actually unbearable. Who's got better cars, us or them?
USA, man.
Yeah. Fair enough.
USA's got bigger, better cars, man.
Where are the best nightclubs?
Nightclub. Oh, nightclubs, man. I think USA wins that one as well. Yeah. I think there's...
Yeah, the nightlife is crazy.
Yeah, do you want me to go into... Is this like quick fire round, or do you want me to go into details?
Go. Yeah, talk.
Yeah, I think that the nightclubs in the USA are slightly, let's just say, nicer. Know what they're doing, man. It's very well presented, and got good sound systems, good bottle service if you want that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It just feels a bit nicer. But it's more or less 50-50. But if I had to choose one, I'd say USA.
Festivals, because obviously they've got a lot of their own festivals, and we've got a lot of our own festivals. What are you saying about festivals?
Yeah, oh God, I think I might have to say USA again, man. USA, yeah, they got some badass festivals out here, man.
You told me last time I saw you.
Again, it's so close. Again, it's Burning Man.
Yeah,
it got flooded, right?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about when you played there.
Yeah, it didn't get flooded then. Yeah, so I played there. I played there. God, no, when was that? Like 4 years ago, maybe. But that was crazy, man. I enjoyed it, but I was kind of glad to leave because, you can't shower. You can, but we didn't have a shower and stuff. It was like very dusty. All my equipment was getting messy. I was like, okay. And when I finally got to the shower, I've never been so happy to get into a shower before in my entire life, man. I was like, thank God. So it gets like a bit messy after a while. And I wasn't, drinking or anything like that. So it was... I feel like you have to get on it, you know what I mean, to really get the most out of Burning Man. But yeah, so for me personally, 3 days max, I'm good.
Right then, bro. What about in terms of style, fashion sense? Who dresses the best, us or them?
I gotta say UK, man. I gotta say UK on that one. You're gonna get me into trouble with these questions, man. Yeah, I love to say.
But it's all love.
Yeah, it's all love. Yeah. It's all love. It's all taste, personal taste, isn't it?
So there was a particular gig that you were DJing at in South Korea back in 2013 as Michael Woods when someone crashed the booth. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, boy. Yeah, so I was, like you say, in South Korea, DJing like 2,000-3,000 people going nuts. And then suddenly this little kid comes up to me in the booth and I'm like, who's this little kid? And he starts like pointing at the faders. I was like, this kid gonna start touching the faders, whatever. And then I suddenly realized who it was. It was Justin Bieber, right? So I was like, and he had no shirt on, but I was like, put some clothes on, man, for crying out loud. Anyway, so he started pointing at the faders and he asked me, have you got any hip hop, bro? I was like, no, like F off, it's like this house music, brother, laters. So he pulled down the fader, and I thought he was going to get on the mic and just big up the crowd or something like that. Some people just join in and get everything like lined up. But he goes, play some hip hop. I was like, get the out of here, pushed him aside, and then whacked the fader. And we were literally fighting over the fader, man. I was like, is there security around here or something like that? What's going on?
Was
and then Alex,
my
tour manager, no, he was just hanging out. He was just hanging out. So yeah. With no clothes on. I was like, put some clothes on, man. Anyway, so Alex, my tour manager, kind of stepped in at this point. It was like, bro, you got to stand to the side. So he sort of held him over there. And while he wasn't looking, and I didn't know any of this was going on, by the way, Alex was looking, Justin Bieber sucker punched Alex straight in the face. Then all of Justin Bieber's security piled into the booth, because obviously they were watching from afar if he gets into any confrontation. They all piled in. It was like a free for all, man. And then there's me in front of 2,000 people trying to DJ. I was like, what the hell's going on? And they basically got Bieber and scurried him out of there. And then Alex was left with when we got back to the room later, he had a friggin', he got him good on the cheek, man.
No way.
It's a proper sucker punch. So I tweeted him, I said, next time you want to fight, hang around to find out the consequences. And then the next day I had about like 4,000 retweets, everything, like Steve Angelo, Deadmau5 all piled in, supporting me. Saying, you know what I mean?
Anyway, bro, so,
that's what went down in South Korea. Yeah, he just came out to hang out, I guess. But I mean, why would he come out to hang out knowing it's going to be a house night if he wanted hip hop? And then try and mess around with the phases and turn it down. That's crazy, man. Do you know what I mean? At first, like I said, I thought he was going to join in and hype up the crowd, but no, it wasn't that. It was the complete opposite of that.
Innit? So, he's moving a bit crazy back then, wasn't he? So, favourite place to DJ in Europe?
You know what that's got to be, man? I think you know the answer to this question.
I thought so.
It's got to be Ushuaia, man. It's got to be Ushuaia.
Place is
I love
unreal.
that place, man. It's like, I mean, Ibiza itself is wicked. Yeah, such a good energy out there. But Ushuaia as well. On top of that, it's like that big outdoor festival feeling, man. It's wicked. It can't be. And plus, because it's usually an early show, that kind of sets you up for the rest of the night. And you go and play at Eden afterwards. You know what I mean? It's like so it's all good, man.
Yeah, sick. Hey, we went Eden afterwards, didn't we? After your set, we went to Eden.
We did go Eden afterwards. Yeah, we had a good night. We were partying till like 6 in the morning, man.
Yeah,
That was
man.
wicked.
Bro, I literally fell asleep until about 15 minutes before my checkout of Ushuaia.
Oh, really? Oh,
out
yeah, because you
for the
stayed at
count,
Ushuaia,
bro.
didn't you? Yeah.
It's you and the tequila, bro. Definitely the tequila.
And that was an easy night as well.
I
I've been
know.
kind of taking it a bit easy with the tequila lately. That was an easy night. I've had a lot worse than that.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah. You're lucky you didn't catch me in the Michael Woods days. Boy, you wouldn't have survived one night of that, I tell you.
Mate, jeez, nah, I'm good. I'm good over here. So what's your favourite place to DJ over there?
In the USA, I mean, God, there's so many good venues out here. One of my favourite gigs was in New York, but it was a festival. It's called Electric Zoo. And yeah, that festival was wicked, man. That was one of my first ever. I did it twice, but the first time I played it was like, oh my God, because I don't think I'd actually played a festival before, and I played that, and I walked up on stage. It was like 30, 40,000 people, like all like this. I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane, man.
That's sick.
So yeah, that was wicked, man. So that was my first ever festival in the US, and I played it again a few years later. Actually, I think it was as Offaiah though this time. I think it was like 2020 or just before the pandemic or whatever. And same again, man. Wicked vibe out there. So yeah, that comes. But there's so many good places out here, but that one sticks to mind.
If you went on your phone right now, bro, and you went into Spotify, what are the first 3 songs on your recently played?
Yeah, so Dave Winnell, Allegria, and then we've got Lee Foss, Cadillac, and Andrus, a track called Freaky Toner.
Right.
Yeah, they're 3 bangers right now for me. There's so many, man, but yeah, those are 3 standout tracks for me.
Bro, so tell us one more time, new track, Tempo.
Yeah, so my latest track, Tempo, featuring Dope Earth Alien, is going to be out on Defected Dance on October 20th, so look out for that one.
Jeez, put that date in the calendar, people. It's going to be another banger. Trust me, it's a heater. I can't wait to spin it in my sets. Nice one, bro. Listen, man, thank you for your time. And good luck with the new single, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll see you very soon.
Yeah,
man.
oh, one more thing before you go. Aren't you playing... Where's your next gig in England?
Oh, yeah. So next one in the UK. It's actually in London, so I hope you come down.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Ministry of Sound on the 24th of November. So looking forward to that one.
Done. Nice one, brother. Thanks again for your time, mate. Speak to you soon.
All right, peace. Take care.